If you are somebody that's always wondered, how does video creation end up in monetization? This video, I'm going to show you step by step, move by move on how to make it happen. So let's begin. Now this framework ultimately is divided into three main sections. Now, the main reason why most people never create video, they never create content, is because they don't understand how does shooting a video as simple as this one actually lead up to monetization. Why should I create video and post it up on YouTube? Why should I take time off from my busy schedule creating a Facebook video? It took a lot of time before I pieced it all together. That's when everything changed. That is how I scaled my business from 7, 8 figures. That is how I built a following of millions of people on social media, on Facebook. So let's talk about what these three phases are. Now, this first portion over here is for cold audiences. Audiences that don't know who you are, they're not problem aware, they're not solution aware, they're not product aware, they don't know you exist. In the middle over here is people that are somewhat aware, they've watched your videos in the past, and I'll label this as warm audiences. And right at the end over here are hot audiences. People that know who you are, you've built a relationship with them, you've established trust, and now they're aware of you and what it is that you offer, how you can actually help them, and now they are a lot more open to buying and investing from you. Now, the difference between YouTube and all these other platforms like Facebook and Google is that YouTube is not really a social media platform, it is a search engine. For a really long time, I spent my time, focus, and energy building up my audience on Facebook. So I built it up to over 2 million people on Facebook. But for a really long time, I neglected this because I didn't understand the power of this. It begins with this YouTube video that is keyword rich, where your title is based upon topics that people are searching for. You want to create videos based on what keywords people are searching for so that the odds of you getting discovered on YouTube is a whole lot higher. Then, you're going to take this YouTube video and you could create a version for Facebook, IGTV, a 15-second version of it that goes on Instagram stories, that gets people on Instagram to watch the full version on YouTube. So ultimately, this is how you farm the different platforms. So now one pillar content goes onto all these platforms, creating this omnipresence, which is what you want for your audience. You want your audience seeing you across all these different platforms because different people hang out in different platforms. So this is meant for cold audiences. Now, when you start posting these videos, nothing will happen. Okay, you won't get any likes. Organic reach is at an all-time low. Facebook has made it a pay-to-play game. So on this first level, this is where if you are running ads to these cold audiences, you would run ads based on video views or engagements as the primary objective. Now, the whole purpose of creating content for cold audiences is now that they know who you are, what it is that you might to offer, this is when you will run ads to these warm audiences. Now, what makes a great ad? Over here, this is where I have this thing, kind of the middle between warm and cold audiences. And this over here is what I call a mother ad. A mother ad is an ad that you can utilize that serves both cold audiences and warm audiences. Now, let's talk about the different type of videos that you could be creating. Ultimately, there are really just 4 types of videos. On the right-hand side over here, this is a video that is direct response. It basically is an ad that says, buy my shit. It doesn't provide value, it's not entertaining, it's not educational. If you create videos that are just direct response in nature, they'll be close to 0 engagements. Nobody is sharing it, nobody is tagging their friends, and ultimately you'll be paying premium if you run ads like this. On the other hand, over here, this is videos that is just purely for training. And it could be a video like this one where it's you in front of a flip chart or in front of a digital screen like this and you're just teaching. There's no call to action and it's just educational content. On top over here, this would be viral content. This would be like the funny cat dog videos that you see that is engaging, that has got millions of views, that people are tagging their friends, they're sharing on social media, but there's no monetization. There's nothing for sale, it's just viral. And finally, branding. Now, branding type of videos, think of it as like a Coca-Cola ad, a Super Bowl commercial ad, where it's just big companies spending millions of dollars. There's no call to action, but it just makes the brand look good. Okay, those are branding ads. But right in the middle over here, that has got these 4 elements is what I call a mother ad. Constantly trying to think like, how can I try to include as many of these elements as possible? Because when you can do that, that is how you make the most out of what you're spending in here. Okay, so this is what I call a mother ad. And this ad can be served to a cold audience as well as to a warm audience, people that have watched your stuff in the past. So this is when, without going too deep into Facebook ads, because we have other videos on those, which by the way, if you have not done so, I have a full-fledged Facebook training that brings you from beginner to expert. We'll leave the link somewhere on this video right now, it will pop up. But basically, it's a 70-minute training video that really talks about targeting, retargeting, pixels, and all of that, okay? But ultimately, what we're really doing is we're gonna run all these ads, and I call this framework the $1 million ads, to people who now know we exist, okay? So the preference is to run based on conversions. Okay, now you're sending them to your sales process, your funnel, and you want them to convert. And now finally, hot audiences are people that's visited your site before, they know you exist, they're product aware, they know how you can help them, they just need the deal right now. This is when, same thing over here, you have your, what I call the mother retargeting ad. This mother retargeting ad is for people that visited your page, your website, your sales process, your free plus shipping, your application funnel, whatever it might be, but they didn't buy just yet. And now you're gonna send everybody to this mother retargeting ad. Now, the reason why you wanna have all social proof in one place is because now you can ask your audience, your email list, your followers, your students to comment on their biggest takeaway on this ad, and that's gonna put and create so much social proof in one place in order to send people that is still on the fence, because now they're seeing all these other comments and testimonials from other people, and that's gonna be the most powerful type of persuasion, okay? I use testimonial videos as an ad for people that has visited my page, but they didn't make the investment. Does that make sense? So this is how you use testimonial video ads. Same thing for what I call sizzle reel videos. You know, the videos where this showcases what an amazing product it is, or whether it's an amazing event or whatever it is, right? A sizzle reel that makes your product or your company looks good. It does not belong here. It belongs here, okay? Same thing to finally wrap this up. This would be a video answering objections for hot audiences. So for people who visited your site but did not buy, you could take up your phone, record a video basically answering an objection, and that belongs over here. It means that if you want to be at the top 1% playing the video game when it comes to monetization, it's about understanding it's not one size fits all. If you want to create an omnipresence, be everywhere, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, if you want to master the game of ads, it's about thinking at what stage of the relationship are they with you, and speak to them based on where they're at in your sales process. As always, I'd love to hear what your biggest takeaway is. Let me know in the comments below what you've learned from this video. And if you like this video and you want to be first in line for future videos like this, click on the bell button to subscribe, and I'll see you in future videos.